everybody. Today we have HP Omnibook 3. It's a 15-FN series laptop with AMD Ryzen AI 5 330 series and graphics AMD Radeon 820M. Let's take it apart, let's see what we can fix, replace or upgrade. Start with bottom screws. Now we have to separate the bottom case from the palmrest, so find a place where you can put the tool in and then work your way around the edge to disconnect all the clips. Use only plastic tool, otherwise you can scratch the other parts. Alright. Look for the part number on the sticker. Now we can access all the internal components. So start with disconnecting the battery. To disconnect this one, we have to take it out. So unscrew all the screws. So if the battery is swollen or doesn't hold the charge, you can replace it. Now make sure that cable is not in your way. Alright, so that's our battery. Here we have the battery model number and the part number. And by the way, if you need parts, check gotlaptopparts.com. And if you don't want to fix your laptop, check sellbroke.com. Alright, let's continue. So here, those are our speakers. So if the sound is bad, you can replace your speakers. Unscrew the screws. Now we can take them out. Both speakers are connected. They connect to the motherboard on one side. Right, looks like the SSD drive is covering the speaker. So let's take it out. So that's our storage. So if your laptop doesn't boot and tells you there is no boot device, or you would like to upgrade storage to the bigger one, this is how you can do it. So unscrew this one screw and take it out. That's the NVMe SSD drive. Alright, now we can take out the speaker. So disconnect from the motherboard. Alright. So those are the speakers. Look for the part number on the white sticker. Here under those covers, that should be our RAM memory. Both slots are occupied. To take it out, spread those arms. Now you can pull it out. If you want to install it back, just press it in and it's installed. So yeah, if the memory doesn't work, you can replace it or you could upgrade to the bigger one. And this is the DDR5 memory. Alright, here, that's our Wi-Fi card. So if the Wi-Fi doesn't work, you can replace this card. Gently disconnect the antenna wires. Now take out the screw on the top. And you can pull out the card. Look for the model number on the top. Alright, that's our heatsink and the cooling fan. So sometimes when your laptop overheats, you would like to add cooling paste between the heatsink and the processor. Or if the fan doesn't spin or makes grinding noise or is clogged with hair, this is when you would like to replace it. So unscrew all the screws. Now make sure the wires are not in your way. And then this is how you can pull out the fan. Disconnect from the motherboard. Here we have the part number. Now let's take out the heatsink. Be careful, don't bend it. It may be stuck to the processor because of the cooling paste, so be gentle. If you bend it, it won't work anymore. Look for the part number on the white sticker. Alright, now here we have the I/O board with our USB port and the charging port. Let's take it out, but before we do that, let's unscrew the hinges because they cover our board. I will unscrew the opposite hinge right away because we're gonna be pulling the screen later. Alright, now let's unfold the hinges. That video cable is pretty short, so let's disconnect it before we do that. I always close those clips. If you leave it open, then you are risking breaking this later. So let's see now. Alright, so this is how we can disconnect the Palmrest keyboard touchpad assembly from the screen assembly. So now we can access our I/O board and the DC power jack. Luckily, the DC power jack is separate from the board, so if your laptop isn't getting the power or that jack is physically broken, you can replace just this jack. And here we have the part number on the sticker. Alright, now let's take out that USB port board. Unscrew the screws. And now we can take it out. The board is connected on the other side to the motherboard, so let's disconnect it once we take out the motherboard. So let's continue with the motherboard. Disconnect all the remaining cables. That's our keyboard cable, the touchpad. Now I will take out all the screws. Oh, here I forgot to mention that that's our processor. The processor is soldered on the motherboard. So if it doesn't work, you have to replace the whole motherboard. Looks like we may have to take out that plastic part. So now we can pull out the motherboard. Let's disconnect the I/O board. Alright, so that's the motherboard. Here we have the part number. And here, that's our I/O board with the USB port. So if the port is broken, you can replace just this board. And here we have the part number. Let's see if we can take out, that's our Palmrest keyboard touchpad assembly. Very often sold like that in one piece. But let's see if we can take out the touchpad. Yeah, looks like it should be. We should be able to do it. Unscrew the screws on the top. Alright, so now we can take out the touchpad. And the keyboard is riveted to the Palmrest, so you cannot replace it. You have to buy the whole Palmrest keyboard assembly like that. Alright, now let's take out the LCD. So start with taking off the front bezel. You have to find a place where you can put your tool in. Alright, now we can take off the bezel. Looks like it's held by adhesive and some clips, so you have to wiggle that plastic part a little bit to disconnect all the clips. Right, let's disconnect our clutch cover. Looks like this part belongs to the front bezel. Now there is some adhesive also. The adhesive from the screen is still holding the part. Luckily this LCD is cracked, so we don't have to worry about damaging this anymore. Alright, so that's our front bezel. Look for the part numbers on the stickers. And now we can see our LCD. So let's take out the hinges with the rails, so we can take out the LCD. Okay, there are two screws on the top for the LCD rail. Looks like the rails are already loose. So here under the hinge we can see tiny bit of the pull tab sticking out. We have to catch it. There is adhesive on both sides on the screen underneath that's holding the screen to the back cover. So we have to pull out this adhesive, and you have to do it very gently to don't break it. If you break it, it would be very hard to take out the screen. Now once you catch it, pull it out slowly and hold it horizontally. Otherwise you can break that strip. Okay, so one side is out. Now we have to do the other side. Okay, I was able to catch it. This one's more tough, doesn't want to go. All right, it's coming. Now the screen should be full. So let's disconnect the screen from the video cable. Okay, now flip this retaining clip and you can pull out the connector. So that's our screen. Here we have the model number and the part number. And here, those are our hinges with the rails. And that's our video cable with the webcam cable. And here, that's our webcam. Webcam is glued to the front bezel. Alright, I was able to disconnect the cable, but I will leave the webcam in the front bezel. Alright, and here those are our Wi-Fi antennas. And then that's our back cover. Look for the part number on the white stickers. Alright, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.